After leaving Tiffany, Nanako accompanied Charlie again, walking around the major shops in Ginza. In order to show less favoritism, Charlie bought a high-end boss suit for his old man Jacob. Jacob now mixes with the Calligraphy and Painting Association every day, and has become the number 2 figure in the entire Calligraphy and Painting Association. It can be said that he has a lot of face. What's more, the Calligraphy and Painting Association he is currently in and Meiching Senior College often have contacts and exchanges, so Charlie buys a suit for the old master, and also wants to help the old master to dress up and make him more energetic and more appealing. In addition, Charlie bought some other small accessories and small objects piecemeal. At 3:30 in the afternoon, there are about 2 hours before Charlie's flight to Osaka takes off. Considering that Tokyo Airport is far from the city, Charlie said to Nanako, "Nanako, the time is almost here. I have to go. It's time to go to the airport." Nanako said without hesitation, "Master, I'll take you there." Charlie said, "I have to drive over and leave the car at the airport. If you follow me, what will you do? How you will come back?" "It doesn't matter." Nanako blurted out, "I can ask someone to drive to the airport to pick me up." "Don't worry about it, master." Charlie asked subconsciously, "Too much trouble for you, right?" "No, no." Nanako said with a pleading expression. "Master, Nanako wants to take you to the airport, and even wants to take you to Osaka and take you back to Orus Hill. But the situation at home is very special now. It is really not suitable for me to get out. So I asked Master to give me a chance to take you to the airport." Hearing this, Charlie couldn't help feeling a little moved, so he said, "Then we two will drive to the airport together, and you should also call your family and arrange for them to send a car to the airport to pick you up." "Yeah." Nanako nodded and said happily, "Master doesn't have to worry, I will arrange it." "Fine then." When Charlie heard this, he didn't insist anymore. The two of them got in the car and drove to Tokyo Airport. This way was Charlie's first journey back. On the way, Nanako was worried. She had been sneaking at Charlie next to her, feeling extremely reluctant to him in her heart. As early as in Orus Hill, she had a passion for Charlie. And when she met him again in Japan, she fell in love with him completely. After separating from Charlie this time, she didn't know if she still has a chance to meet him again. Because she could feel in her heart that Charlie has lifted the burden of her heart. She is a very smart girl. She could see that the reason why Charlie came to Japan must be because of her injury, so he had a sympathy for her in his heart. And he happened to have the medicine that could cure her, so he took that medicine and came to Kyoto to find and cure her. At this moment, she was lonely deep in her heart and thought to herself, "My injury has been healed. It is estimated that Master will be able to relieve me in the future?" Thinking of this, Nanako felt very sad. In her heart, she was willing to give up some and stay with him forever. But she also knew in her heart that this was unrealistic. When Nanako's thoughts were flying, Charlie had already driven the car to the airport. After he parked the car in the airport parking lot, he got out with Nanako. Then, instead of leaving in a hurry, he bent down and put the car key on top of the front tire of the car. Nanako asked in surprise, "Master, what are you doing?" Charlie smiled and said, "I leave the key here for my friend, otherwise the key will have to follow me back to China." Nanako asked suspiciously, "Can't it get stolen this way? If someone finds out, can I just drive away?" Charlie smiled and said, "It is impossible for other people to see it here. There are so many cars here. Who would bend down to look at other people's car tires?" After speaking, Charlie said again, "I will tell the owner of the key when I go back. After the owner knows it, it will be very convenient to pick up the car for him." Nanako smiled and nodded, and said, "Master is smart. I might never think of such a method for a lifetime." Charlie smiled and said, "Actually, I mainly want to save some money, otherwise the mailing fee is quite high if I wait until I return to China and then send it to him." Nanako suddenly laughed and said, "Master, in your case, you definitely won't be short of money. My father alone has contributed $4.5 billion United States dollars to you. Your JX Pharmaceuticals is developing rapidly, so why to save money so much?" Charlie smiled slightly, it's not saving money, it's about how to live a life. We won't save a point for what should be spent, and we won't waste a point for what shouldn't be spent. Nanako nodded earnestly. Thank you, Wade, Nanako is taught. Charlie smiled and said, I am not a good teacher, I just express my own little opinions, which are some very crude personal opinions. Nanako said sincerely, although the reason is simple and obvious, I have never considered this. If I was in my previous status, it would not matter if I spent more money or wasted a bit, but now my father wants me to take over Ito Company, Limited. In the future, I must change my previously unconceptual attitude towards money. Only like Master Wade can I make the family business bigger and stronger. Seeing Nanako's serious look, Charlie smiled helplessly, and said, I believe Ito Company, Limited will become stronger and stronger in your hands. Nanako nodded gently. Thank you, Master Wade, for your blessing. I hope I can live up to expectations. Charlie looked at her, smiled encouragingly, and then said, Okay, time is almost up. I have to go through the registration procedures. How do you go back?